This is about as focused as it's gonna get. I wonder if I should change this battery. I'm having trouble making videos lately. It's not the first time, and undoubtedly it's not the last. I should clarify, it's not a physical thing. It's not that I don't have time. It's entirely mental. It's not a loss of the want. I want to make videos. I think about it every single day. It feels like a loss of capability or a skill. It doesn't feel easy like it normally does. I could probably direct you to a few videos in the past where my voice is a little bit quieter. I probably seem a little bit less affected. And yeah, those are times when it's difficult to do the thing. But I do crave video making, the video process. I love editing. I love coming up with ideas. I love exploring those ideas, especially as it pertains to things writing oriented, paper, pens, musings about stuff. And I crave it in a way that I crave writing, the way it soothes my mind. Yeah, it's not the first time this has happened in the video making realm. It's not the first time it's happened with other interests as well. This has happened many times with writing. I can write kind of obsessively for months and months at a time. And then suddenly, like a switch, I pick up my pen and I don't get a few words in, and I start to feel like my hand doesn't want to write the sentence anymore. It feels like I can't form the next part. And not for a lack of not having anything to say. There's plenty to say. There's always just something to say. It feels like a great pause in my head. I haven't got the words to articulate this feeling very well, but one word that frequently comes to mind when I encounter this conundrum is swamp. Yeah, it feels like my mind, my body sort of feels swampy, muddy when I'm trying to engage in the thing that I desperately want to engage in. So I want to make a video. It feels like I can't, even though I know that's not true at all. My battery is dying. I knew I should have changed that. Great big pause. I want to make a video. It feels like I can't. I know that's not true. Feelings are there regardless. But I turn on the camera, my voice is quieter. The pauses are more lengthy. The ideas aren't as... I can't grab the ideas and articulate them as easily. And then suddenly the words I'm saying fade out and I just feel really tired. So I pause whatever I'm doing and I quit. I don't quit. That moment in time, I just turn everything off. I leave the page and I walk away. The last time I recorded this video, which was a week ago, I ended up crying halfway through. I don't know why I'm saying that here, but there it is. I guess it's to know that what's helped me is not necessarily pushing through the swampiness that is my head, but rather addressing the problem. And not just writing it down and hiding it away, but actually acknowledging it as a part of the process and not a result. You see, I've been through 3 big times that I can really remember of writing lapses. The first was when I graduated college. I entered the working, I started working for the first time ever when I was 21. And I stopped writing like completely. I still carried my book everywhere with me every single day to work. I carried my book and a pen, and I was writing, but it felt very forced. It felt like none of it meant anything. And then that sort of fizzled out into nothing. And I remember lamenting that and feeling really bad about it, feeling really sad. I felt like I was losing a part of myself. Fast forward, I start writing again. I start writing more thought pieces, blogs, type style of pieces. Jeffrey and I created a website where we talked about ideas, wrote poetry. And then I left that job, entered another job, same field. And I say all this to be super mysterious, but it was literally moving from one barista job to another one. Again, that writing aspect of me slowly started to fade. New job, new responsibilities, new coworkers. That all sort of started to take like a emotional load on me. And I made an announcement to myself that I was going to quit writing and instead study music. So for a month, I would go walking and I would just listen to music with particular attention to lyrics and studying the way that musicians put words together in the hopes that I could perhaps figure out how to do that again. A month later, in the middle of this musical absorption, I was hit with this great inspiration. I couldn't hold it in any longer, and I started writing again, and thus spawned my poetry renaissance that lasted from 2018 to 2021. I was writing poetry constantly. I filled up so many tiny pocket notebooks with so many different types of poems, long, short, episodical, is that the word? Story-based. I have 40 pages plus on the Remarkable of just all my poems that I copied from my notebooks there. It's been a great journey with ups and downs, ebbs and flows, learning how to deal with the non-something, the non-action of something that you really wanted to do happening. I don't know if that sentence made sense at all, but I think stepping away, that's a good... I wish I could figure out how to make that work for when I need to cook for myself. Pick your battles. I don't know if this will help with the video process, but it's helped me before to kind of mention it. Make a video saying that I am struggling, I'm having difficulty making content. Which is weird to say because this whole time I've been writing scripts. I tried filming already for several hours previous, and every bit of it felt awkward, stilted. I guess this is my pass. My long shot? I'm not going anywhere because I just like this too much. I like making videos. I like having ideas. I really like having ideas, and I like putting those ideas into paper, and then I like talking to myself. I really like talking to myself. I've been talking to myself long before I ever had a camera, so why stop now? I know what to say, but every time I say it, it feels like I'm trying to mold myself into something that doesn't quite fit. Best explanation I can come up with, so I'm going to leave that there, and that's it.